Hello friends, today I'm going to explain a movie named Unknown Depths of Space. This movie is about a mysterious monolith that unlocks humanity's journey through space, time, and dimensions and unravels secrets of human life itself. At the beginning of the movie, we are shown a time millions of years ago where we get to see our ancestors in the jungles of Africa. That is, they look at whom it seems that they had not evolved till this time, and further we also get to know that they are vegetarian, and due to this they have a lot of shortage of food and other resources, and at the same time, from time to time other carnivorous animals keep attacking them, due to which they are facing a lot of difficulty in surviving. After this, we further see two herds of apes fighting among themselves to occupy their place because water was also present at that place, and the second herd drives the first herd away from that place. After this, the first herd takes shelter at an unknown place after wandering here and there, and then all of them spend the night there. Then the next morning they wake up and see that they see some mysterious thing like a black wall in front of them which is 90 meters long. The apes were standing straight on a stone which is called Monolith in this movie, and now seeing this monolith everyone gets scared at first, but later they all touch that monolith and slowly everyone sits around it as if they are worshipping it. Then after some time we see one of them playing with bones, and then that ape suddenly thinks about that monolith and God knows what happens to him. He now starts using that bone as a weapon, due to which we understand that whatever this monolith is, they are evolving themselves, and this is their first step towards evolution. So all these apes start hunting animals using those bones which they eat to fill their stomach, meaning they are no longer vegetarian like before, and their food problem also ends now. After this all of them come back to the same place from where they were taken by another herd. They chased them away, and then using the same bone as a weapon they killed the leader of the herd, and again they occupied that place. It means that because of the appearance of the monolith, these apes now have everything. It means that this thing has been sent to develop humans on Earth in some way or the other. But they do not get any answer about what it is and who has sent it. Now after this they are seen celebrating their victory, where an ape throws that bone in the air which turns into a spaceship while coming down. It means that now we are shown the time of 2001, i.e. after millions of years, and now we can see how they evolved into humans, and they have developed so much that they are no longer limited to the Earth, but they have spread their feet in space as well. Now here we also see that humans have built a space station in space from where they can go to Earth. He goes to and fro the moon with ease, after which we see a scientist named Floyd in this space station who has to go to the moon for a mission, but his flight is still late, so he decides to spend time talking to some Russian scientists, during which the Russian scientist asks Floyd that we have received news that some kind of epidemic has spread on America's moon base. Is there any truth in this? To which Floyd tells him that his high authority has forbidden him to say anything about this, and Floyd talks in such a way that the Russian scientists start seeing truth in this rumor. What happens is that the world will not be able to know about America's real space mission, so this news has been spread everywhere. After this, Floyd reaches the American base where he talks to everyone about this mission, and from his talk we come to know that America has to go to the moon for a mission. They find a strange shape which they have named TMA1, i.e. Technomagnetic Animal 1, and say that so that no one comes to know about this discovery, the news of an epidemic has been spread at the American base. Then Floyd instructs everyone that no one should know about it, and further Floyd also says that according to him, TMA was placed on the moon about 40 lakh years ago, and he wants to find out when and why it was placed on the moon. So Floyd goes with the astronaut to investigate TMA, and there we come to know that TMA1 is nothing but the same monolith which was seen in the beginning of the movie, and there everyone touches and sees the monolith, after which they are about to take a group photo near that monolith. Then sunlight falls on the monolith, and then a very loud and sharp sound comes out from that monolith whose signal is TMA1. It was heading towards Jupiter planet, which makes Floyd and the rest of the people more curious to know about it, so they decide to go to the future to follow that signal, because at that time humans could go to the moon, but it was not possible for them to travel anywhere in space. Even they have to make more advancements like ape men, and now we are shown the time 18 months after the second monolith, where we see a spaceship named Discovery which was heading towards Jupiter planet and towards the same signal which was emitted from that monolith, so the name of this mission is Mission Jupiter. Then we see Dave and Frank in the Discovery spacecraft, where apart from these two the rest of the crew members of the spaceship were in a kind of deep sleep so that they could reach the destination with minimum resources. We could complete this mission, and we also see an AI supercomputer named H9000 in the ship, which has been given the responsibility of controlling the entire ship. After this we see Dave and Frank giving an interview for BBC, where they tell HL9000 that they do not know that it is feelingless like humans. Actually, feelings are a new thing for AL9000, so it did not know how to hide them like humans do. Like we keep our happiness, anger inside or express it, or how we keep all the emotions under control, but HL9000 cannot do all this. After this, during the journey to Ok, HL9000 tells Dave and Frank that there is some problem in the outer spaceship unit which needs to be fixed, because if it is not fixed in 72 hours then it will stop working completely. This will affect the entire spaceship. Actually, HL9000 made a mistake here, due to which it said that there is a problem in that unit, whereas there was nothing like that. But still Dave and Frank go and check that unit, in which both of them find out that there is no problem in it. Both of them tell Hal that everything is fine there is no problem there, rather the mistake came from your side, on which Hal gets angry, so he says that mistakes are made only by humans, not by machines. From HL's words, Dave and Frank understand that it is not working properly now. Then they make a plan to deactivate its hibernation function, which Hal understands from their lip syncing while talking. Actually, deactivation of Hal's system means his death, so to save himself, he first kills Frank by disconnecting his oxygen tube from him, after which Hal they see his body floating in space and then deactivate the life support system of the rest of the crew members who were in deep sleep, due to which all of them are also killed. Seeing all this, Dave thinks of going out and bringing Frank's body inside, but when he is bringing it back, HL does not let him enter the spaceship, after which Dave makes a plan according to which he first leaves Frank's body there and somehow tries to enter the emergency chamber of the ship, which he enters with great difficulty, and then from there he goes to the memory chamber and starts deactivating HL's hibernation function, during which Hal begs Dave for his life, but this does not make any difference to Dave, and now he keeps turning off all the functions, during which he also gets a pre-recorded message from Floyd in which Floyd tells that the real purpose of this mission is to kill Frank in space. We have to search for an intelligent life whose proof we found 18 months ago, and whoever it is, whether it is aliens or creatures from other dimensions or God, they have been helping mankind to advance for millions of years, so we want to reach them. Knowing this, Dave deactivates HL by turning off the last system, after which he moves alone in the direction of Jupiter, where on reaching near Jupiter planet he sees a monolith in space, which is the third monolith seen in this movie, and now after seeing that monolith, Dave takes out the import and goes closer to that monolith, on going near which Dave gets pulled towards an unknown journey, which we can also understand as a way to reach the high dimension, where we see that Dave is moving very fast, crossing space and time, at the end of which he sees many strange things. Dave feels that it seems as if he is being pulled towards a black hole. But then at one point he suddenly stops, and when he comes out of his escape Eva pod he finds himself in a strange room, and now Dave is suddenly seen turning from young to old, which means we can understand that Dave is now turning into a higher being like the apes evolved into humans, and this place was like a higher dimension. However, later we see Dave lying on the bed. It seemed like he was about to die. Then he sees the fourth monolith in front of him, which Dave tries to touch but he is not able to. But then the monolith suddenly starts moving towards Dave, and then we see Dave turning into a higher being who moves towards the Earth while moving very comfortably in space, and while he is looking towards the Earth, then the movie ends at this moment. So friends, that's all for today's video. See you in the next video. Subscribe for more videos like this and turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.